appears that a growing number of Americans are rightly putting the blame on President Donald Trump for the state of the economy. According to two recent polls, majorities are now blaming President for high prices and inflation. In a new CBS News YouGov poll, 54% of respondents said that they believe that Donald Trump's policies are more to blame for the current state of the economy, which they say is not good. Only 21% said that they believe Biden's policies are to blame. 20% said both of their policies are equally to blame. You gotta love the both sidesers there. Okay. While 5% said neither are to blame for the state of the economy. Then who is the freaking Easter Bunny? Like, I don't know. Super weird. But anyway, this compares to a March CBS News poll when 38% of respondents said they blamed Joe Biden for inflation, while only 34% blamed Trump. Look, a lot of the inflation came from COVID. You know that whole once in a lifetime pandemic kind of happened. And then look, you also had, along with the pandemic, which disrupted supply chains, you had a lot of greedflation. A lot of companies saying, you know what, we're going to take advantage of this and we're just going to raise prices. Even though our costs have gone back down, doesn't matter. We're going to raise our prices anyway and then just blame inflation. Ha ha, suckers. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the greedflation here. And that accounts for about half of all the price increases. Okay. It's a disaster. And look, Biden didn't do anything about it. And so, yeah, if you want to blame him for not trying to do something about it, you can also blame Congress, because the president is not a dictator, is not a king, and doesn't have sole unilateral power to fix something like that. So you can also blame Congress, and of course you can blame Republicans. So there's all that. Now, that said, let me get to the second poll here before I go off on a tangent. The second poll is from YouGov and The Economist, which also showed that more Americans are blaming President Trump for the economy. Their latest poll, conducted among 1,741 adults from April 5th to April 8th, showed that 50% of Americans blamed Trump for the economy, compared to 32% who blamed Biden. 6% said neither, while 13% were unsure. Interesting. So, would you look at that? What's funny is that people have noticed that Trump went from, I'm going to lower your grocery prices on day one. Yeah, remember, that's what he said. To, oh, just stick with me. Okay, it's going to take a while. You know, the prices, yes, they're going to continue to rise. You're going to have some pain, but just stick with me. Okay. Sure. Now, of course, when he was saying, I'm going to lower your grocery prices, I mean, that was a red flag. People should have been like, wait, there's no way he's going to lower grocery prices on day one. How? Do you have a plan? I've got concepts of a plan. Oh, do you? Oh, no, you don't. There was never any concepts of a plan. And so, look, you could say that Trump mismanaged the economy with nonsensical tariffs. All right. I mean, that could be one of those things where, yes, he mismanaged it and put these dumb tariffs on and crashed the stock market. And now that's why everything is kind of terrible. But I do think, though, that he did this on purpose. Okay, I think he crashed the market on purpose. Why do I think that? Why would he do that? So his buddies can make money. They buy the dip. That's it. I mean, look, we are dealing with a con artist president. Do you think that he wouldn't do something like that? Would that be out of character? I don't think so. Not in my opinion. And like a lot of his friends, I think he wants to concentrate wealth at the top, mostly with him. But if his friends, his wealthy buddies, benefit from this too, that's fine. That's what he's doing. And look, his tax plan is next. Okay. And his tax plan is an even bigger transfer of wealth from everyone else to the top 1%. That's it. CNN data analyst Harry Enten noted, I don't think Americans are buying what he's selling, Trump, anymore, at least on this particular, at this particular point. They found that 63% of respondents disapproved of his trade and tariff strategy, including 72% of independents and 12% of Republicans. He's underwater for the first time, Enten said, pointing to a drop in Trump's approval rating, which went from +6 in February to -6 this week. Now, that said, he's still going great with Republican voters. Oh, they love him. No matter what, they love him, even though, yes, a lot of them are being harmed. But with independents, things are not so good. Turns out he is 22 points underwater with independents, which broke his old record of -16 from his first administration. So he's even more unpopular now with independents than he ever has been. And according to aggregate polling, Trump has fallen from a positive net approval rating to a -29% on the economy. Disaster. Absolute disaster. And it's not just Donald Trump that's underwater. Elon Musk is getting a lot of the blame because of Doge. In fact, pollster Adam Carlson told Newsweek, following the disaster in Wisconsin for Republicans, Musk could serve as a powerful bonus boogeyman for Democrats. Musk is so electorally toxic that just the idea of him might be enough. Now, let me disagree with that a little bit. Yes, Musk is super unpopular because of what he's doing. So, what should the Democrats do? The opposite. They should actually promote a vision, a good economic vision for this country. Don't just say Musk bad, Trump bad, because that doesn't work. What you should say is, well, we want to raise the minimum wage. We want to make it a living wage. We want to do this. We want to bring working class jobs back that pay a living wage. We want to help with labor rights. We want to do all these things. We want to lower prices. We want to help with your insurance. Maybe actually have a Medicare for all or a public option when it comes to healthcare, things like that. Articulate a vision. That would help Democrats a lot, especially at this very low time for Donald Trump. I mean, what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for Donald Trump to get lower? I don't know. But anyway, now for Trump, according to the Wall Street Journal, apparently his tariffs bombed so bad with the business community that they're claiming that he is going to get impeached. That's right. Columnist Holman W. Jenkins Jr. wrote on Monday that, quote, a future Trump impeachment seemed all but guaranteed by last Wednesday morning. It seems only slightly less likely now. It may even be desirable to restore America's standing with creditors and trade partners. This is Wall Street Journal talking about, like, hey, impeach this guy. What? I mean, yes, who could have known that putting Trump in the White House would lead to economic disaster for average people? Oh, right, everybody that's paying attention, of course. But it is funny enough that the business leaders that supported him the most are now apparently some of the ones pushing to have him impeached. They're turning against him. They really seem to believe that this would be perhaps like the first administration, where he had all these people that were telling him, hey, no, sir, you can't actually do that. These tariffs on everybody, you can't do that. Not a good idea. Well, he doesn't have that anymore. Okay, guy's running a hog wild. And it turns out that perhaps letting him do that might have been a bad idea after all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.